today?
Yeah, well...
No mornings?
No, busy morning this morning, Phil, so finally made it down here. But that's all right. Keeps people on their toes.
You had a good week?
Yes, yeah. Been busy, doing a lot of stuff over the weekend. So, yeah, so lots of information to talk about.
Lots this week?
Yeah, we got a bit.
What were the results then? Results from the weekend?
Well, we had that ladies
event?
Yeah, down at Chalkers, and that was obviously a lot of, well, not obvious, but there was a lot of good players there. There was 40 players, in fact, which was good.
Seems to be a good momentum in ladies Q sports.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
40 plus runners in their second time we've had that many.
Yeah, and apparently there was a lot of new girls that the committee didn't even know who they were, so that's a good sign, you know, and hopefully they're doing their job and get to sign them up into teams and find out who they are and build the association up, build the ladies events up. So in the end there was the usual suspects. Lyndall Vine making the semi-final against Sue Kendall. Now Sue Kendall's a name that's
who's her husband?
John Kendall.
John Kendall. Right. So.
John Kendall played in South Australia, then they moved up to NT.
Yep.
And Sue made a couple of NT state teams, so obviously a capable player.
She made the final of the ladies?
I think she made the final of the state.
Of the
Australian singles, that's right.
Very good player.
Yeah.
She's living here in Adelaide now?
Yes.
Well, that's good.
Unfortunately, John Kendall passed away not just recently, so it's sad news for that, to hear that. But it's good to see Sue playing the game a bit. Yeah.
So she made the semis with Lyndall?
Yeah, Lyndall ended up beating her 3-1.
Yep.
And the other semi-final was Taylor Meyer beating Donna Cracker. Now, I don't know Donna.
Central Districts.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Taylor beat Donna 3-0, so it's a good win there. And then, so Lyndall and Taylor in the final. So
two world champions.
That would have been
fighting off again.
Yeah, that would have been good to watch that. You know, two good players. Apparently, Taylor had not lost a frame up until that match. Yeah, and of course that didn't worry Lyndall. Lyndall ended up beating Taylor 4-1, so that's a good result.
Yep.
Apparently everything went quite smooth. They had a round robin in the first section, so there was 8 groups of 5. Top 2 went through and made the last 16, and then I think it was straight knockout. So they would have got their money's worth for the day. I think it was only a $10 entry. So
fantastic.
So lots of pool to be played.
It's very good to see that the women's side of Q Sport is growing, and Lyndall and Taylor, fantastic players, ambassadors for all Q Sports, and the Lyndall Vines machine keeps winning again. Eh?
Yes, well, Stacey couldn't get a run in that one. But
yeah, well done to Lyndall.
Absolutely.
And to Taylor making the final.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. So if we move on, we'll move on to Super League. We've got Super League starting. Playing tonight with our top 5. So the top 4 in the finals. We've only got 3 weeks to go.
Yep.
We've got the Bar Studs on top with the Empire Bridge, which is my team. We won last week, which was nice to hear. Empire Red Jays are 3rd on the ladder with the Empire Eagles. Empire Eagles were on top last week and had a bit of a loss, so that's swung things around.
Pretty close if they've gone from
1 to 4. That's
top to 4.
That's right, and all the teams are on 8 points, so they're all dead level.
Better win tonight then.
Well, that's the plan. It's actually 2 good matches. We're playing Empire Red Jays, who are 3rd, so 2nd versus 3rd, and the Empire Red Ducks, which is Mikey's team, Mikey Casiola with Daniel and Jaden, they're 5th, trying to get back in. Right.
So we've got the hot shots, not even in the top 4.
No, so you know the handicaps
must be good.
Yeah, they're going okay, and they've got to play the Bar Studs tonight. So 1 versus 5, 2 versus 3. So it should be some good matches tonight. Yeah, and that's all at Empire tonight. So that should be interesting.
Who's in the team that's on top?
The Bar Stud, which is Roland.
That's who won last year.
Yes, they won the main winter comp. So Roland, James Brown, Michael Hayes, and a couple other names I can't remember right now, but it's all on Poolstat. All the information there is on Poolstat, and look at their results and everything. When I look at the single stats, we've got Michael Hayes sitting on top of the singles, closely followed by myself. Michael Casiola is third, and Daniel Porter. So the usual names up there again.
Michael Hayes has improved, hasn't he, over the last 12 months? He seems like he's always been a good player and made the state team, but he seems to have definitely climbed the ladder a little bit in the last 12 months.
Yeah, he's been getting some good results in those state singles.
One of your knockouts,
that's
runner
right.
up in the state singles,
Yeah.
leading the stats.
Yeah. So even though it's summer and there aren't as many of the top line players playing, but still doesn't really matter. You still got to win the frames, don't you?
Yeah, no, it's very good. That's cool.
So that should be interesting anyway, because we've only got a few more weeks with that left. So you got the City of Adelaide.
Yeah, I constantly City of Adelaide always getting in touch with me, Alex, let me know what's going on. Shane will often call in and have a chat to me. Peter contacts me regularly as well.
Yeah.
But Shane called in this week. He was letting me know that they're having also a really tight season. Tuesday and Wednesday night, their leagues are super tight. So the handicap system's working in their league as well, Alex. Because at the halfway stage, they were all level. I'll have to read the names out, but on a Tuesday night, we've got the Strikers and Crown of Anchor 1 and 2, both on 18 points. We've got the Bombay Bicycle Club in 3rd on 12, and the Empire Normals on 10 points in 4th place. And on the Wednesday night league, they've got San Giorgio on top, with the All-Stars in 2nd place, both on 18. The Milers 2 in 3rd on 16, and the Cranker Interceptors on 10 points. So at the top of their leagues, they're very close as well, Alex. And I think they got like 5 or 6 weeks to go.
Yeah.
Shane's super excited how good and close their league is, and I love the fact that he's keen and wants to promote his league and come here and chats to me about it.
Yeah.
And also I asked him about the stats. So on a Tuesday night, we've got Jason Nolan. He's won on 90%.
Wow.
Nice, man. It's pretty good, isn't it?
That's very good.
Shannon Duff in 2nd place on 78%. Shane Murphy in 3rd place on 71%. And Michael Groves in 4th place on 69%. And on a Wednesday night, when we spoke earlier in the year, Peter Clare was on top. He's still on top on 88%. Jason Nolan again backing up with 75% in 2nd spot. Dave Glover and Peter Hall, two our old friends, 4th and 5th on the ladder. I missed out Alan Rittenberg, who was in 3rd spot on 71%. Yep. So the City of Adelaide, very progressive, putting lots of time and effort in. Also, they're on pool stats as well.
Yeah.
So Shane let me know about that. Got their newsletters going out. So you know they're a league in your venue. We've spoken about them, had them in here. So I'm really impressed that they're progressive and want to do well. So it's good to see that their handicap league is tight. And I came up with you, Alex, in a non-handicap situation, and it was dominated by the stronger teams.
Yeah.
And now, as we've progressed, we've moved into handicap situations, and it's definitely tightened up all the leagues and given lots of lesser players an opportunity to do well. So.
Well, it's basically bringing people into the game, isn't it? And that's what we want to do, bring the numbers in, and it's certainly working. So you know, with Super League in the main season getting 17 teams, you know, so it's really good.
Yeah, and I mean, you're a big one for harping on practice, Alex. If you're at the top of the tree, you got to keep practicing because you got to reel in these handicaps. If you're at the bottom, you know that just improving 5% is going to impact on your team. So anyway, it's all good news.
Yeah.
So that's any more information or
no, not that I recall. So you got some leagues.
I got our 147 leagues that we're playing here. They're on a Thursday night. So we have Division 1 and Division 2. They're both handicapped as well, Alex. Alec, sorry, but we have the top 8 players going to Division 1, and then we've got 12 players in Division 2. And that league, both them leagues are proving to be very good, but a bit like Lyndall and Taylor in the A division. Even though we've got the best players in there, we've still got Ray Farley, Peter Ujic, John Quinlan. They're the top three. This week in the results, they were the top three. John won it this week, and then we've got like Graham Halligan in fourth place. So although they're the top 8, it's still the big guns are getting the big results. And then on the Division 2, this week Alan Murphy was victorious this week, with Derek Hill coming second. But even in that division, Alex, we've got Derek Hill on top, Alan Murphy second, Mike Wellens third, and Shane Murphy fourth. Shannon in 5th place. So although you've still separated them, the Creamores rises to the top. So so they're our Thursday night 147 leagues, and they're both going really well.
That's good to hear. Because they've only just started, haven't they?
Well, in them seasons, Alex, we're running 2 6-week rounds, and at the end of the 6th week, the top 5 players in Division 1, the top 8 players in Division 2 play off for one round, and whoever wins that round both win a $350 queue and case.
Beautiful.
Right. So it's the beauty about that, or if you're at the bottom of the ladder, you've still got a chance to win, where just because you finish top at the end of 6 rounds doesn't mean you're going to win. It boils down to a final, all on the night. So, but it's a different concept, the 147, 21-minute frames, ball in hand. It's a little bit more aggressive, and it's a lot quicker. So it's fun, and they're all enjoying it. So it's all good.
Oh, that is good. That is good. So we're just going through the days here. So we've got our Thursday night league with our Vegas league, Empire. So we've got these stats here. Let me just have a look here. So we look at our top side as MI6, led by JB. Ducks Reloaded are running second with Mikey Cassiola in there. Balls in Holes, which is Roland's team again. Your Scurvy Dogs, Phil Jones. Jonesy with Dave Rockwell, they're running 4th. Back in Black, which is Adam Groves, running 5th. Beaver Fever, which is Nathan Neems' team, running 6th. The Safety Hub, which is the Greeks, running 7th. That's Annette and Tony and Hilton. And my team just slotting in there in 8th at the Hungry Bulls computer. So we're a couple of matches clear of 9 with 3 to go. So it's almost locked in.
And a lot of them teams in the 8, they're traditional winners in this comp as well.
Well, I think they've all won before, So
a bit of experience pulling through for them teams.
And when we call it the Vegas League, normally it would be worth a trip to Vegas. The winning team getting airfare and accommodation all paid for, and the runner-up team getting their airfares paid for. But unfortunately, no travel is allowed at the moment, so there's going to be a big payday for a couple of sides.
Is it just cash payout?
It's pretty much a $10,000 to the winning team, $7,000 to the runner-up team, which is just
serious money.
Good money, And you got 5 in the team, so you're picking up $2,000.
$2,000,
It's not bad if you can get lucky. Of course, it's all handicapped again. The finals for that will be held on the weekend of 6 and 7 February. So the new season. No. The new season will be starting mid-February. So if anyone interested in playing or wants to put a team in, come and see me down at Empire. If you're an individual who wants to play, I would suggest that you don't just come down on the night of the first night. You've basically got to come down and show people what you got on the table, and we can try and fit you into a team that you might sort of fit in with the people. And and obviously if you don't know anyone, you've got to start meeting some people. So come down, have a game.
It's a good night to be there, Alec. Nice people, cool environment. It's a fun night.
It is. It is very enjoyable. A lot of the players love it. They pay $20 a week. They're only getting 5 frames for the night, but at the end of the day, all that money gets paid out.
Win $10,000.
Yeah, all that money gets paid out. The top 6 teams will all receive money out of the 8. And I'm sure if we got more teams, then the prize money would only get higher, and the money would be paid down further. So that's coming up mid-February.
Yeah, not long away.
And then when we're talking about Super League, 1st of March is our new season for Super League. So if you don't want to play the bigger balls on the 9-foot American table, and you want to play back to 8 ball, 1st of March, and that's the same thing again.
So how many teams have we got in for Super League?
That has not been confirmed, because the teams are coming in, all the time. Like Sarwan's in charge of that. Last year we had 17 sides.
Okay.
So if you're interested,
Well, all I know, Alec, is when I grew up and I was playing Super League, getting in a Super League team was extremely difficult.
yeah,
Like, very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's changed because you only play like 4 or 5 frames on the night, so breaking the team was hard. So, what about now? What if someone new wants to get into Super League?
well, back when you started,
Yeah.
there was 3 rounds of 7.
No, I was before that. I played in
Doubles?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're playing 2 frames. You're playing 1 round of singles and
Yeah.
1 round of doubles.
Yeah.
So the 6 singles, 3 doubles. That was
Yeah.
the original setup.
Getting in a team was near on impossible.
Yeah, there wasn't much room.
The best players in Australia were all here in Adelaide.
Yeah.
So that was a
Well,
nightmare.
and the state team proved that because we
Yeah.
kept winning,
Yeah.
the nationals. But playing 1 frame on a Monday, if you lose that frame, how many times do you go through that in your head for the whole week?
Yeah, well, you can't lose, can you?
Well, it's not much fun. You go over it and you think, oh, I could have done this and I could have done that. Like back then, it was very defensive,
Yeah.
and the pockets were quite tight. But some players still chose to smash up and try and pot out, which I enjoyed doing. But I tell you what, it was a long week if you're lost, and then you got to play the doubles and.
Sometimes the doubles was the only game you got.
Yeah.
Brought you
So-
in for a doubles game.
That's right. Then they changed to the 3 rounds of 7.
Yeah.
So it's 21 frames on the night, and you're getting 3 frames. So now we've gone to 6 rounds of 6, which is 36 frames on 2 tables, as you know. And it's handicapped, and there's a lot more sides. So it's a lot easier to get into a team now.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be a top line player because it is handicapped. Yeah. So, if you're thinking about joining, or you really like the concept and you're not sure what's going on, you're going to have to come down on a Monday night and have a look, see what's going on, get to meet some people, and bring your cue, and make sure that's up to scratch. There's so many things to learn. There's so many things, like your tip might not be good enough, your cue. Sure, it's a cue that you might love, but might not allow you to do some of the shots that you see and you think, well, geez, I'd like to play that shot, or how do I play that shot? But your cue doesn't allow you to play that shot. So even if your cueing might be fantastic, but if your cue doesn't allow you to play that shot, you can't play that shot. So
I remember at Empire one night, you speaking to Mikey about that, and he had a cue and he was struggling to play.
Yeah.
So it was thrown all over the place.
yeah, well, that's right, and that was an expensive cue that he was given. He tried to play with it, and he kept missing shots. And Phil and I, that was when Phil was working at the old Empire, and we're having shots with his cue, and it's like, Phil, come and have a shot with this
How do you
thing.
pot that?
And he's like, you've got to aim almost full ball to pot a half ball pot, when the ball was like that far from the hole. Remember that?
Yeah.
And you're playing with a bit of side, so there's a lot to learn. If you think you're up to it, come down and have a look.
Like you said, you don't have to be the world's best player. You
No.
can. There's an opportunity for you to get in a team somewhere, and you can benefit a team because they may need a lower point player.
That's right. And at the end of the day, it's just if you enjoy playing.
Yeah.
Some people don't like playing under pressure and don't like being in a team situation. But other people, they want to test themselves. They want to see where they're at and how good they are compared to the other sides. And you get your name on the singles stats and see where you are in the state, and you progress from there. So it's all part of the fun.
So if you're out there and you want to play Super League, it starts on the 1st of March.
Yep.
And if you don't have a team, speak to Saywan or get in touch with Saywan, or go to Empire and see Alex.
Yeah.
To Alec, and he'll
Put you in the right
hopefully
direction.
get you on the side. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think all we've got left now, Phil, is up and coming events.
Yep. Well, we spoke about it last week, Alec, but we've got the John Gilbert Memorial Snooker Tournament on Australia Day.
Yeah.
It's a 147 concept. We'll be playing 2 rounds. It's handicapped, and the winner will receive a $350 Cuban case on the day. John Gilbert, for all the people that don't know John, he mainly played snooker in the RSL League, and he'd been playing there for a long time throughout his life. He also was a volunteer at Snooker S.A., came down here and helped a lot. So he passed away several years ago now. So every year on Australia Day, they hold a memorial tournament for him. A lot of the players rock up wearing hats, because he used to wear a hat all the time.
Okay.
But it's on Australia Day, 10:30 a.m. start. And if you would want to play, please contact me at Snooker SA prior to that day, because it's a 147 and I need to do the draw, pre-draw.
Sure.
So, so that's next week.
And how many entries you got for that? Like how many maximum? I think 32 is what you said.
It's around 32 players we can do.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got a tournament the same weekend, the same day on that Tuesday, the Australia Day, and that's our one-day knockout. So if you don't think you're up to the snooker, or you want to play 8-ball, or you want to play snooker, there's a tournament for you one way or the other.
We got options.
That's right. So ours starts a little bit later. It's a 12 o'clock open, 1 o'clock start, $15, double elimination. For anyone that's been there and played in it, they've come back. They love it, they enjoy that the day. Anyone that's not sure, again, what do you got to lose? Come and have a go. $15, you get 2 matches, have a drink, have a game, listen to some music. It's good. Meet some people, nothing to lose.
So there's plenty of stuff happening in South Australia on Australia Day.
Absolutely.
Other than barbecues.
Well, that's right. Geelong is also coming up in February. Again, you've still got time. February 14, 15, like I said, flights direct to Geelong. It's easy, it's cheap, and you want to get out of the state and have a game in a tournament environment. That's the weekend to do it. You've still got time to organise that. You've still got time to put some practice in. Probably next week is going to run a bit late, so you better get your ass in the gear if you're going to get down there.
You tell them, Alec.
Yeah, well, why not? I'll be there having a go. So why wouldn't you?
Exactly, Alec.
That's right.
It's, overnight they had a tournament in England, the Masters Snooker.
Yeah.
Which Yan Bintang, a 20-year-old from China, defeated John Higgins 10-8 in the final.
Right.
Which was a superb effort, but the highlight of it, Alec, was Bintang played Neil Robinson in the first round. He beat Neil 6-5 in the first round, and Neil said the reason he lost was because he took 2 weeks off over Christmas to go to Norway with his family, which is fair enough, but he said his preparation wasn't good enough for the event. And you only spoke about that over Christmas, that taking time off will affect your queuing.
That's right.
The world's number 2 player took 2 weeks off and blamed that on the reason he didn't get through. Well, he only lost 6-5 and Yan went on and won the event. So obviously a phenomenal player, but it's that stuff that you highlighted. You must constantly be hitting the balls, and if you're not, someone else is going to be doing it, and you can just drop a little bit. So when I heard that, I thought I need to remind Alec about that fact, because he's the best in the world and it still affects him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So the moral of the story:
keep practicing.
Keep hitting balls.
That's right.
Yeah. So awesome.
Okay.
Alex, always a pleasure.
Good work.
Just you and I this week. No world champions, eh?
No, well.
One former, but anyway.
That's better than none.
Looky, we got you on the bench, Osman.
Thanks, Phil.
Cheers, man.
See you, buddy.
Bye.